Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I hope you're well. I hope you're having an amazing day. I am Dr. Tammy, your success strategist and literacy educator. I help you strategize how to move in the direction of more and prepare for what's next. And
Hello, this is Jeanine Bunzigiye, Coach Jeanine. I am with your solutions, and we help you with your message and your business to go global.
yes,
And we're
absolutely.
definitely happy to be here tonight. So welcome, welcome. If you can invite your friends and invite everybody around you, because this is time for empowerment, right, Dr. Tammy? Yeah, this is empowerment time. So we're definitely excited to be here tonight. And tonight, we are going to talk about self-sabotage. That's something that many people that they struggle with. That's something that Dr. Temi and I have definitely also experienced in the past. So we would like to talk about that today. I hope everybody's doing good. Hope you had a good day. And I'm glad that you are here. So we thank everybody who joined us today. Okay, technology. Let's see. That's okay. We can continue to welcome everybody. Like we said, tonight we are very, very happy that you guys are joining us. Myself and Dr. Temi, we're going to be talking about self-sabotage. So that's a lot of people always struggle with that. So that's why we took a time today, because during this month, like we're empowering women, and that's going to be one of the subjects that we're going to be addressing. Yesterday we talked about mindset, and today we are talking about self-sabotage. That's something that we need to address, that and that affects our business, our health, our life and family. So that's something we're going to give you a few nuggets, but we definitely hope that you're going to enjoy. And please feel free to ask questions, and please feel free to invite others. Okay, Dr. Tammy. Yes, technology, we have to work with what we have. I think she was definitely going to try to see what's going on, but that's okay. We can continue. So I was just gonna start with some few examples about self-sabotage. There's a lot of things that sometimes everything it start with our mind, like we talked about yesterday about the mindset. So everything that's those negative thoughts that we talked about, how we need to protect our mind, we definitely also have to be aware of those self-sabotage, those thoughts and those ideas. Sometimes that you feel like you are not worth it, that you're not worthy, and sometimes it really preventing us of moving forward. It could be in our business, could be you have so many good ideas, but you just can't, because you think like, oh, I don't think I can do that yet, or I don't think I can. Period. So those fear, those thoughts that we want to talk about today, you need to feed your mind with positivity. Why not you? I want you to ask yourself that question. Why not you? Because that's something that every day we always, always, always try to move forward. But sometimes you can feel like, oh, I don't know anything about that. It could be on your job. Sometimes you feel like you can do it, but you just have this fear. You say, oh, I don't think so. I don't have that kind of degree. I was not specialized. I don't have any experience about that. So many opportunities that comes our way. Sometimes we push that because we just don't think that we are worth it, and that's really wrong. Because sometimes you have to speak to yourself, affirmation. And Dr. Temi mentioned that, I think 2 days ago, that that's something that you have to do on a daily basis. Affirmation, affirmation, affirmation. Because you are worth it, you are enough, you are capable. And that's why you have this idea in your mind, that's why you have this great inspiration in your heart, because you can do it. It's possible, and with you. So that's what we really want to talk about today, self-sabotage. And I want you to really consider that you need to start talking to yourself whenever you start hearing those negative thoughts. Just say, I know I can do it. I know I'm a possible, I am enough. So all those words keep repeating until you really believe that, because you are a speaker, you are a teacher, you are a businesswoman, you are a business owner. That's something that you need to start telling yourself, because the more you believe in yourself, the more you're going to make it happen. And it start with step by step, just like we talked about yesterday, that you only need to start with one step at a time, and you believe in yourself. So that's the only way that you can be able to erase all those negative thoughts. You can be able to erase all of those self-sabotage, because it definitely affect a lot of people. So definitely speaking from experience, that's why we are talking about this, because here we are all about being transparent. We're trying to come here and share and pour onto you, because we believe in you. We believe that tonight, there's really a reason why we chose this subject, is because many of us, we struggle with that self-sabotage. So we want you to take this nugget, practice. We want your affirmation every day. You work with that. So that really something that we would like to share with you. And I know that it will bring results when you work on yourself every day. When you made up your mind, you set your focus on what you want to accomplish. There's no limits. Like, there's a say that they say that the sky is the limit. That's what you need to tell yourself. And search. We're not saying that you're going to be easy, but you're going to start. You studying, and you study, and you learn every day, because being an entrepreneur, being in a leadership position, you are in process, you are in school, or it's ongoing. Your leadership, you grow every day. You have to adjust, you have to change, adjust, ongoing. So that's really something that, make sure you do understand that, and make sure that you erase all those self-sabotage, because it's not helping you. For sure, it wasn't helping me. That's why I had to work on myself, and I'm sure Dr. Tammy did the same thing, because all those thoughts, sometimes we think that we are not worth it, or we don't think that that's really something I can afford, to do this and to do that. And sometimes we really, really, because of fear, we step away for what we really want to go after. So tonight we encourage you, stop doing that, because it's not helping you. Self-sabotaging, it's actually not helping you, and we know that, but sometimes it's just fear. So tonight, Dr. Tammy and myself, we are encouraging you to really move forward with affirmation, knowing who you are. That means it requires you to do a personal work. All those fear, all those negative thoughts, you need to work on them, because it's not who you are. Definitely, it's not who you are. So that we are grateful that it's a process, but sometimes you just have to make sure that you know who you are, and also you keep going no matter what. We talked about the mindset 2 days ago. This is what we want you to focusing on. Self-sabotage, it's not helping you. Knowing that you are unstoppable on anything that you want to put your mind to it. Okay? Yes. So please don't hesitate. Please put your comments, your question, anything that you would like us to address, during this month, because it's a Women History Month. We want you to make sure that you are here on time with us on this journey, because again, we not we're not there yet. We keep going. It's a process for us too, but we are definitely, take you with us on the journey, empower you. Okay, thank you so much. And I think I'm gonna make sure that we read all your questions, all your comments, so we can be able to address some of the issues. Because today, self-sabotage has really impacted many of us, and we kept us in fear for so long. It could be like something that you wanted to write that book, but you don't. Oh, I don't know enough about that subject. Or I don't, like, all the self-sabotage that's gonna keep you. Again, we have university Google, we have university of YouTube. You can learn and be able to feel the confidence, and then just start writing, and just start, start putting your ideas together, because somebody need that word, somebody need that story. So definitely encourage you again tonight. You keep going. We are here with you. We are supporting you. We believe in you. Okay. So thank you so much. And I will just leave with that. But I definitely I'm glad that we have this time. It maybe you could be you want us to talk to us. Don't hesitate, Dr. Tammy. Please contact her. You can also contact myself, and we are here with you. Okay. Thank you so much for tonight.
I think we're still rolling. I finally got this straight, and she's gone. But thank you all for bearing with us. I'm going to go ahead and end this since apparently she's there. Hello, Michelle. Hello. I was working on this thing, so maybe she'll come back. But I hope that you found value in tonight, and I hope that you'll come back tomorrow. We will either come back in a few minutes or we'll come back later. Thank you all for being here. We talked where she was talking about self sabotaging, and so that was one of the things that we were talking about. So, hey, Michelle. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. I don't know what happened. Ever since the freeze here in Texas, things have been going wonky with my Wi-Fi. So I probably need them to come out and check it or do something with my modem. And so I'm glad she's back. She's back, y'all. So I'm gonna add her back. Sorry, I had to run
No, no, that's okay.
downstairs, reboot my modem, do all of that.
That's okay. That's
They were
okay.
like, keep talking, you're doing good. And as soon as I got back here, I saw you say, we'll talk to you later. And I was thinking, no, I'm back. I promise. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I
You
didn't know.
did
That's
so.
okay. That's
Thank you
fine.
for carrying the
Technology.
show tonight.
Oh, technology, that's okay.
I
That's
was like, well,
okay.
maybe she'll come back. So I have heard what you shared, but I like what Michelle said in the comments. As Bob Marley said, you just can't live that negative way. Make
Yes.
way for the positive day. I love that. And so
Mm-hmm.
I really like that. So I had written down some things as well. So I'm not
Sure.
sure what you offered, but I had written down some ways to
Okay.
stop self sabotaging for
Sure. Mm-hmm.
leaders. And so I'm sure Coach Jeanine talked about self sabotage and how that prevents us from living our dreams and reaching our goals and
Mm-hmm.
doing those things we're meant to do. And
Right.
some of the things that I thought, one of the things that's really obvious is that one, you should understand what self
Mm-hmm.
sabotage is, because that's kind of where it all starts. If you don't know what it is, you don't know if you're doing it. And I don't know if you talked about this, but the negative self talk, the negative
Yes.
thinking, sometimes
Mm-hmm.
that self talk is what keeps us. Sometimes it's what we tell
Yes.
ourselves. It's not what other people are saying. It
And
is
it's
self
fear.
sabotage.
Fear.
Yes, yeah, it's
Yeah.
fear and what we think and what we take in. And so it's really interesting how that's the case. It's,
Mhm.
and then of course it shows itself in different ways. Like I always talk about resistance and how resistance is
Yes.
internal. I think I talked about that on Monday about how
Yeah.
resistance is internal. But the
Mhm.
other thing is some of those same things that we experience when we're feeling resistance internal, that's also part of
Yes.
self-sabotage, procrastination.
Yes.
That's it, that negative self-talk, that negative self-thinking. The
Yeah.
Now perfectionism. Now I don't know if you touched on perfectionism, how
I did not.
perfectionism
Mhm.
can be self-sabotage. Some of us want to be so perfect
Yeah.
that we don't acknowledge the good that we've done. We don't
Mhm.
acknowledge what we've done. And so when we're not perfect, we just forget it. I'm
Yeah.
done. We throw
Yeah.
up our hands, and that
Mhm.
can be bad too, right?
It is.
That could be self-sabotage, because what you've done is you've just all that you've done, all that
Yeah.
you have successfully done to reach that
Mhm.
point, what you consider perfection, is
Right.
now gone. So that's something that we don't think about as self-sabotage when we're trying to be so perfect, because nobody's perfect. We're complex beings. We're
Yeah.
not perfect. There's so much to us that we
That's
can't
right.
expect perfection. And
Yeah.
so perfectionism can also be part of self-sabotage. And we think about all those
Mhm.
other things: fear,
Yeah.
procrastination, negative self-talk. But perfectionism, people think of that as being positive sometimes, but it also can be self-defeating, and it
Yeah.
can put us in that mind space where we become, oh, I didn't do this, so therefore it's
Right.
not good enough.
Mhm.
I'm not good
Yeah.
enough, because part of self-sabotage goes into your confidence and how confident
Right.
you are,
Yes, should be into
and
confidence.
what
Yeah.
you think about yourself and your
Yeah.
self-worth, because our self-sabotage is directly tied to our self-worth.
Yes.
And
And whenever people even they're giving you, oh, you did such a good job, you always say no. You just keep denying yourself. I said, well,
right,
you need to embrace that and say yes, thank you. No,
thank
so
you.
yeah, there's a lot that you always have to kind of remind and say, yes, I did a good job. I can do better tomorrow, but let me accept, because there's a lot of people, yeah, because you're just very perfectionist. They don't want to I agree to anything that they're giving them, all the remarks. They just say, no, no, I'm okay. You did a
Yeah,
good job.
you did a good job. I know. And one of the things that we've been talking about all week is reflection. And that
Yes,
is so important when we're talking about self-sabotage. You got to be
that's
self like
right.
you got to go back to the root. Like, where does this come from? Why do I believe
Yes.
this? Like,
You
why
need
do I
to
think
dig
this?
deep. You
Yeah,
need to dig deep. Yeah.
yeah,
And really
and-
reflect on your journey and say, I think I've come so far. I just have to keep going, and I
yeah.
say, oh,
Keep
I
going.
can't do this. I don't have that kind of degree. I can't do like, yeah, that one we need to really, really clean up that's why affirmation and Dr. Tammy really mentioned that 2 days ago, affirmation.
Mhm.
You need
Yeah,
to talk to yourself every day, even though you have to use the
yes.
mirror or anything, just whatever you have to do to really work on your mind.
Yes. Because I was doing that the whole 10 minutes you were talking. I was like, just keep talking. We got this. I'm gonna be back. You're okay.
Yeah.
We're almost
Mhm.
there. We're gonna wrap it up together. Like you have carried the show, but we're gonna wrap this up together. We got
Yeah.
this. It's gonna be all
Mhm.
right. It's still gonna be good content. Let's just go. So I was doing that the whole day. And I'm like, keep talking, Jeanine. You're doing it good. You're doing good. You're doing good.
Yeah.
I was
Yes.
like, I was even rooting for you. Like, come on, come on.
Yeah.
But
No, I mean
yes.
it's a process, but we
Yeah.
have to keep going it.
Right, exactly. And the one thing that you keep saying is keep going. And
Yes.
part of stopping self-sabotage is
Mhm.
action, right?
Yes.
Is the action,
Mhm.
is changing those patterns, getting
Right.
out of those patterns that we have that are self-sabotaging. So,
Mhm.
what are those patterns? And put action behind it, positive action
Positive.
behind it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and so that's
Absolutely.
really big.
Mhm.
So in that keep going is action, is make sure
Right.
that it's positive. Keep going in the direction of more. Y'all heard me say that many
Yes.
times. Many
That's
times you heard
true.
me say that,
Yeah,
right?
keep going because,
Yeah.
and that's one of the Dr. Tammy's favorite songs. She said, "Because you are unstoppable. That's why you need to
Yeah.
keep going."
Keep going, keep going. And get rid of some of that language that
Yeah,
keeps us down. Like, I can't. I'm a
yeah,
failure. Oh, I
hmm
wasn't good enough. Like sometimes, like
yeah,
those of us trying to reach perfection, sometimes we
hmm
say these things to ourselves and we're hearing it.
right.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
heard
yeah.
it, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, so you got to check your inner voice, and even words like try.
Yeah,
In some instances, I will say that when you're in the midst of something, it may be true, but I'll even
yeah.
try to eliminate how often I say that
Mhm.
word. Even, but
Yeah.
definitely those negatives like I can't, I'm not
Mhm.
good enough, oh, I
Yes.
sucked, whatever you tell yourself, even those
I
things
don't
as
think
well.
so. And
I
all
don't
of,
think
yeah,
so. All
I
of
don't think
those.
so. Hmm.
Michelle says sometimes we look backwards instead of where we want to be. Exactly. And
Exactly, Michelle.
sometimes that looking backwards is not even looking at what the good when you're looking backwards. The looking backwards is looking at all the things that have gone wrong, as opposed
Hmm.
to, oh my goodness, I have gone through all of that and
Hmm.
I'm here.
Right.
Like this is
And
great.
that's a good thing that you mentioned that, Dr. Tammy, because when we go through something, we all see all the wrong stuff instead of really saying, oh, yeah. And then we learn what we have to learn and we keep going, but we always just it's stuck with us. That
Yeah.
means that's the other thing too. We have to face our fear and I say, no, I think I can. I think it's possible. I'm enough. I'm capable. So you change those negative word to action word, and that's
Yeah.
what Dr. Temi was. She's really good with it because again, she give you the tools and strategy. This is the way you can catch her, and then she's gonna coach you.
Yes. And that's part of it. Like then you have to set goals. You have to
Yes,
do that, set it, create an action plan. Like put it
that's
into
right.
not only use those action words and do the action,
Yes.
you got to
Mm-hmm.
execute. You got to make sure it's there, do all that. And then Michelle says, and the power of adding not yet. I'm not there yet, but I'm on my way step by step. And
I
that's the
love
thing.
that. I
Yeah, the
love
thing
that.
is one step at a time. And we talked about that quote last night. We
Yes.
talked about the quote about just take the first step, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like self
That's right.
sabotage. You got to just do
That's
that.
right.
Yeah. And it could be any of these things we offer tonight. Like any of these things is
Mm-hmm.
that one step. And, sometimes
Yes.
we don't want to claim, right, that we've
Mm-mm.
been encountering in self sabotage behavior.
No,
But you
yeah,
think
yeah.
about the things that we've mentioned, at some point we've all have succumbed to it because it's a
Oh yeah.
constant process. It's a
Oh
process. You
yeah.
got to constantly, evaluate that. You got to constantly
That's
adjust.
right.
Are you
Mm-hmm.
procrastinating? Are you saying negative things? Are you
Yes.
not taking positive action? Are you just stuck? Are you just staying still
Mm-hmm.
because you're afraid? Are you letting fear? Like those things come up, and we're not saying that they
Yes.
won't. But you just got to be reflective enough to use some of these things to mitigate that, to change that. Yeah.
And also the other thing, I just want to give a quick
Yeah.
example. Sometimes, like I think, just jokingly, sometimes when I feel like, oh, those thoughts are coming, I say, not tonight, not today. I just start to say, okay, no, no, not today, and that really
Not
hurts me
today.
sometimes. I'm like, not today. No, you're not gonna get me. Mm-mm. No. So
No.
you have to catch yourself, like God,
Yeah.
almost like, oh, not, no, no, not today, not
Yeah,
today.
because I
Mm-mm.
remember people used to always say, growing up, talking to yourself. You talking to yourself and made it seem like a bad thing. You need to talk to yourself. You need to get yourself
Yeah.
right.
Exactly. That's right. Yeah.
You
You
need
need
to
to
get
put
yourself
yourself
together.
together and say, no, not
No,
today.
not today. We're not doing that today. We're gonna keep it moving.
Not
Yep,
today. No.
not today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So thank y'all for joining us. Thank you for coming back and hanging out with me. We
Absolutely.
appreciate
Yeah.
y'all being here. Make sure that y'all connect with Coach Jeanine on
Mm-hmm.
Facebook and on Instagram. There is her
Yes.
information below. So check it out. Check her out. Go to her website, withyousolutions.com. Check it out. And of course, you probably know where to find me because you're on my page and you're probably already following me. And
Yes.
today was just, I think it's just welcome March. It's just, I don't know. This week has
Yeah.
been one of those weeks where it's just
It's
been
been,
glitches
yeah.
and glitches. So technology has not been my friend
Technology.
in the
You
last few
gotta
months,
love
but
it. Mm-hmm.
technology is becoming, here we go, reframing, becoming my friend
Yes.
again.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's absolutely. Yeah.
Becoming my friend
Well,
again, because oh my goodness, thank you so much, y'all, for being here. If you're joining us
yeah.
on the replay, make sure that you say hello. Thank you for hanging out through the black space. If you got this far to the end where we could actually have a
Mhm.
conversation to wrap things up, and say hello
Yes.
to us in the comments. Or if you're on YouTube, make sure you comment below, say hello. I always go back after the broadcast and interact with you or answer your questions and or address you if
Yes.
you have something that I need to address. So we do come back after the broadcast and check the comments. So make sure that you chat with us in the comments. We appreciate you. We hope you'll join us
Mhm.
tomorrow night. Tomorrow's Fun
Yes.
Friday. And
Yeah, it is. Mhm.
we're going to be talking about global connections. So we're going to talk about fun stuff like travel and things like that
Right.
and connecting with people around the world. And so it's
That's
going to be
right.
great. So I'm really
Mhm.
looking forward to tomorrow. So we're going to talk about our journey and how that's worked for us and what we do in
Yes.
that space. And, maybe it'll encourage you, inspire you to expand your territory because that's my
That's
theme this
right.
year: increase, enlarge my territory. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. So it's Fun Friday, so come back and join us for our last day this week, and then we'll be back on Monday. Oh, I wish I had the graphic up. I'll bring it up tomorrow, but we
Sure.
posted, Coach Jeanine posted on her pages, about, on her Twitter, definitely about the event on Monday. So make sure that you
Yes.
save the date and make sure
Hmm.
it's at a different time than our normal time. We're going to come on a different time on Monday. So we're warning you a couple of days ahead of time. That way you can make
Absolutely.
sure you join us at that time. So, and I think it's 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. So
That's
join
right.
us on Monday. So we'll be
Hmm.
back, but it'll be a different location on a different page, and it'll be at a different time. So, but the graphic, what we post on our social media over the weekend, we'll definitely share that. So, thank y'all for joining us. We'll see you, Coach Jeanine. Any final
Thank you
words?
so much. And yes, don't forget, you definitely have to face your fear and you are unstoppable and keep going.
Yes. Keep pressing. Y'all take care.
Keep
We'll talk to
pressing.
you
Okay.
soon.
Bye bye, guys.
Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all.